Hey you guys, how you doing? It's August already. Can you believe that? It is already August. Where is time going? I mean, I'm happy time is moving fast, okay? In this situation with the fact that we're in a pandemic, a global pandemic, yes, let the time go fast. So, kind of excited about that. So we have our monthly astrological sign breakout for August of 2020. So I'll be breaking out each element from earth, air, fire, and water, and we'll see what's up on each of those. So just remember that this reading is for the collective, so the collective group of each astrological sign, right? And you can hear the cockatoo. He wants to also make predictions. But he's not very clear with his language, y'all. So just remember, it is a collective reading, which means some of this information may not resonate with you. So just take what does and toss what doesn't. If you would like a more personal reading, more private, you can use your Patreon discount that is only available for my Patreon patrons. So you can go ahead and use that for the month, and we can do a private reading. So just initially for all the signs, for everybody, when I looked into and tapped into August, it felt super busy, and not necessarily busy with like activities. So the type of activities, not really sure just yet, but just a lot of action, and action could be growth. There's a lot of energy, it feels like. So it's almost like people are just always either on the go. So maybe motivation, or, you know, just like, let's go, let's do. So it's do, let's go. That's really what it feels like, generally speaking, for August. So there you go. And we're going to start off this month's astrological sign readings. Well, it's more of the elements with our earth signs. So we're going to start with the earth. So earthies, you guys are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorns. So this is for you. Let me choose some cards. I've got 4 cards, or 4 decks here. So I'm just choosing a card from each deck. I'm going to put it all together for y'all, and let's see what implementation tools and what's going to go on for us in the month of August for our earthies. Earthies, yes, you down to earth folks, you grounded folks, yes. Although these days, I don't know who's really grounded and what, because I'll tell you this much. This I will tell you, brothers and sisters, humanity is in flux. So, okay, got my cards here, earthies. Let's do a reveal. We have the 9 of diamonds. We have La Muerte. We have Ace of Water. And from the Rider-Waite deck, we have King of Wands. Okay, so here is what we're working with our Earth people. For August. Ace of Water, King of Wands, La Muerte, and 9 of Diamonds. All right, this feels to me actually relationship oriented. Okay, and by the way, your sun, moon, or rising sign can be in any of these earthly signs. So that, of course, is Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So either sun, moon, or rising, okay? This feels relationship oriented to me. There's going to be a lot of emotion. I do feel like there's a shift or a change in your relationships. So platonic or romantic, there's a shift. The shift to me feels as if it's going to be coming to a closure or an end. So, and I will say, you know, now that I look into it, just because we've got King of Wands, I do feel like this may be more of a romantic shift. So you could have an ending of a romantic relationship. If it's not romantic, it's a heart link connection, okay? This is going to bring up some heavy emotions. So you might actually be hit harder than you think you would. Or maybe what you realize is that this person meant more to you than you than they did originally, or you didn't give enough credit to the relationship, right? So though one door is closing, you know, another door always opens. So what would behoove you guys, my earthies, is not to fall into this trap of lack or scarcity, as if you won't find somebody else or there's nobody for you or anything like that, because that's not true. As a matter of fact, we do have the diamonds, which does mean abundance. So it's almost as if this relationship has to come to an end so that you can get that abundant, bountiful of what it is that you really want or truly want, okay? So for my Taurus, Virgos, Capricorns, Sun, Moon, Rising, you know, just kind of hang in there. It might be more of an emotional month. And maybe that's the busyness in regards to you guys. Maybe the busyness is, you know, is the emotional busyness of loss, right? And loss and grief in terms of romance can definitely activate our egos into us feeling not worthy or not something enough. I'm not sexy enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not funny enough. I'm not whatever enough. But that is not the truth. That is just the inner critic. That is the ego. That's the part of you, us, that is dying as we make these shifts and changes. So just kind of remember that saying, one door closes, another door opens. So just because this relationship comes to an end, I don't want you to feel like there's nobody out there for you or it'll never help. I mean, not never help, that you'll never get someone else, and you might as well just shut down and close yourself off and just not even like, you know, get out there. It is just time for you to just take a look at yourself and see what you've learned from this person. So really implementing the tool of reflection would be really great for you. And now that we're out of Venus retrograde and the shadow period of that, and she's a lot more settled, she is moving into Cancer, which is more emotional, more watery and fluid. So you will have time to reflect on what were the wonderful things about this relationship that you would like to either capitalize on in your next one or bring forth or towards in terms of what you can bring to the relationship, not just what can be brought to you, right? So, you know, hang in there, my earth signs. All is going to be okay. You're not broken. It's just time to sort of level up when it comes to your relationships. All right. So my heart is with you guys. Hang in there, and this too shall pass. You are worthy of receiving the love that you deserve. All right, you guys. Hello, air signs. You are now on deck. So if you have an air sign, which is a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, in any of your moon, your sun, moon, or rising sign, this reading is for you for the month of August 2020. Okay, so let me grab my cards here, yes, and see what's in store for you guys. Now, just remember, this is a reading for all y'all, right? So some of this information may resonate, some may not. Take what does, toss what doesn't, and everybody will be A-okay. Just remember, no medium, no psychic, no energy healer, nobody, meaning no human, really can make decisions for you. You really have to be the one to make all your own choices. And sometimes information that they or we say to you just doesn't fit or doesn't resonate with you. Or, you know, maybe it's a prediction. So just, again, like, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do, right? Right. So I have picked my cards. Let's do a reveal for you guys, you Aries. You Aries. Though you're not an Aries, but you're Aries. You're air people. 10 of clubs. La Estrella. 10 of air. Isn't that funny? We got 10 of air for the air folks. And we have, the 4 of swords from the traditional Rider-Waite deck. So this is what us air folks, Gemini, Libras, and Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising signs are dealing with for August 2020. 10 of air, 4 of swords, La Estrella, and 10 of clubs. Okay, you know, so this is actually a bit of a dichotomy. Well, not so much a dichotomy. No. So earlier, at the very beginning of this video, I did mention that August is going to be busy for folks. And in what way is going to just depend, right? Because there's different ways of being busy. Y'all, all ya airy folks, all you air signs out there, you are going to be mentally busy. There's going to be a lot of thinking. Now, that is not a stranger to you because you guys are air signs. You're very cerebral anyways. But there's been a bit of a rest. And you've been collecting yourself, or you've been kind of like coasting by, and that's not a negative judgment. That's actually kind of cool because you've just been like laying low, if you want to look at it as reserving your energy, because August is going to be very busy for you, very cerebral. New beginnings towards reaching your dreams. So there's going to be action that you're going to be strategizing. You're going to be more strategizing than doing, or not necessarily than doing, but your strategizing will lead you to the doing towards reaching your dreams. So August for you is very cerebral, very busy in terms of you taking all the right steps, getting to where you need to go to make your dreams come true, or let me just say, to reach your goals. I really love this for you guys because a lot of you have taken a break, which is good. So of course it's not gonna pertain to everybody, because being a very cerebral sign, I am sure some of you have also gotten into anxiety, plus pandemic. We're living in such uncertain times. The human being just wants to automatically be in fear of the unknown, right? Because we so badly want outcomes and results. We want to know what's happening. So some of you guys have been anxious, and then some of you guys have really been resting. So for the resting folks, like this is really awesome because you've reserved your energy. For those of you who have already been thinking, or not necessarily thinking, but have been a little bit more anxious, I will say that now you're going to be able to channel that anxiety into, taking those right steps towards getting and reaching your goals. So this is really great for you air signs. I really love this. This is exciting because it means action. It means movement forward. So I am very happy about that. Now my moon sign is an air sign. My moon is in Libra. So I'm really excited about this, because I have been taking a bit of a break and also having anxiety. So it's just really going to be nice because I've actually already felt this push a few days before today, August 1st. So I have already been like in that energy where I'm like, let's do this, let's move, which is really great. So you're going to come closer towards reaching your goals, if not even like get to and be guided for the next steps, which is really awesome. August is going to become a lot clearer for you, so you know what step to take next and which direction to go to next. So if you've been resting or coasting, buckle up, buttercup, because you're going to start being in action. And if you've been in a headspace of like anxiety, I feel like I want to say you'll now start to feel the results of it paying off. Not that it's ever a good idea to be in anxiety or to be anxious, but it's just more like it'll be funneled and channeled into a more productive way. That's probably a better way of saying it. So now your anxiety that you've been experiencing can be used towards your goal successfully. So all you air folks, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, August will be busy for you, which is great. Again, the theme of busyness. But what's nice is that you're finally moving in the direction that you need to and want to go in. So that feels really good. Awesome. It's time for the water people. Hey, Do you like that serenade that I just gave for you, water folks? You water folks consist of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So if any of those signs are in the planets of the moon, the sun, or your rising sign, your ascendant, this reading is for you. So again, it's for the Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, the water signs, sun, moon, or rising. All right, let me pick some cards out for y'all. What do you think? What do you think? I think yes. It's been very interesting to see what the other signs so far have been going through. So I'm excited to see what's going on for the water signs. Yes, yes. Bear with me while I'm picking out the cards here, and then we'll do a reveal. And apparently my cockatoo is like ringing the phone. He wants me to pick him up. No. He's really wanting to make predictions, but unfortunately, he's a cockatoo. And all he would do is scream his predictions. So, I don't know. We're hearing him scream his predictions in the background anyways. All right. Mama's got her cards. Let's go ahead and do a reveal. This, again, is for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We have the Ace of Clubs. We have La Calavera. We have Seven of Earth. And we have, the Five of Swords. Okay, so this is what we have going on for this water signs, sun, moon, and rising, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have Seven of Earth. We have Five of Swords. We have the Ace of Clubs. And we have La Calavera. Whew. This feels heavy. This feels heavy for a water sign. It feels very heavy. Here's what I can tell you is that I do feel there's going to be some mental agitation. Actually, I'm hearing a lot of bickering and arguing, actually. Ooh, me so sorry. Yeah. Water signs. Now, water signs tend to be more emotional anyways, which is not a bad thing, because not only is emotional intelligence important, but so is emotional fitness, okay? What I mean by emotional fitness is like, how are you responding to situations when you're being triggered? And then how resilient, excuse me while I swallow, that's what she said, how resilient are you to getting back to your emotional regulation after you've been triggered or hurt or whatever? And that's where I feel like you're going to be tested this month, because I do hear a lot of arguing and bickering that do cause tears. So you might get into arguments with your partner or people around you, and learning, and I don't want to say learning. Well, do I want to say learning? I mean, technically we're always learning until we leave our earth suit anyways, but the lesson for August for you and the implementation tool for you will be to bounce back. And how fast can you bounce back and get into your body? Right? Because emotional people have a tendency to leave their body as a way of responding to some sort of stimulus or trigger when they're feeling threatened. So there's gonna be a lot of emotional threats that you feel this month, that you feel this month. And I do feel like it's coming on from the people around you, or your partners. Could be coworkers, could be significant others, could be spouses, could be children. So it's super important this month for you to learn, this is where some of the emotional regulation comes in to help with the emotional fitness, to ground yourself, right? To get back into your physical body. So whether it's anxiety that sets you off, whether it's a relationship issue, well, these are all going to be relationship issues, but whether it's like from a romantic perspective or platonic perspective, it's going to be super important that you get back into your body. You collect yourself, okay? And that's what's going to help you not only emotionally regulate, but also bounce back in your resiliency to have that emotional fitness. Because if there is any element that can do this in the zodiac, it is you guys. You have a beautiful tendency to really feel into the emotions of situations or be empathetic to other people. And this is what helps you connect. This is why you're so connective and connected to other people. But the month of August, there's going to be some bickering, arguing, that's going to lead to you kind of being thrown into emotional fitness and emotional regulation. And it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's okay. If you can ground yourself into getting back into your body, you're going to be okay. So what are some ways that you can do that? You can get out in nature, right? So you can go hiking if you're a hiker. You can go even just getting out into the environments of like a beach where there's water, or yeah, especially because you guys are water signs, that will help balance and regulate you too, right? But also getting out there and feeling kind of earthy and grounded as well. So maybe going out to the forest, or going, where there are trees, or earthing on the ground, just walk on grass or walk on dirt barefoot. You can even do things like just touch your physical body, right? You can do some sort of physical activity, get some exercise, and that's what will help you with your emotional fitness. It'll help you regulate your emotion, get back into your body. So you water signs, you Cancer, Scorpio, and Aries, it's going to be a bit of a challenge this month. And when I was talking about being busy earlier, for you, it's going to be about getting busy, regulating your emotions and being emotionally fit, and really getting into that resiliency and being able to move forward and move on after you've been triggered, after you were crying, after you were angry, after that argument. So that is what is on your plate, dear water signs. And you're going to get through it, so don't worry about it. I mean, everybody gets through everything, right? But these are just some of the ways that you can maybe make August a bit easier for you. So yeah, you got this. You're going to be okay. So even though it's going to be uncomfortable and emotional, y'all are used to emotions. For you, running the gamut of emotions, going from like joy to the depths of despair and then back up to joy, you can totally handle this. I mean, you're in your terrain in that. So even though there's going to be triggers and you'll feel emotionally threatened, you're going to be okay. You're just really getting good practice in emotional resiliency and fitness. All right? Alrighty. Yo, it's fire sign time. Woo! I'm only excited because I'm a Leo. So I'm a fire sign, and I'm really intrigued and curious to see what August has in store for me, although I'm a little nervous. I'll admit it. I'm a little nervous. So this reading is for my fire folks, my Aries, Leo, and Sagittariuses. Sages. Okay, so Aries, Leo, Sag, sun, moon, or rising signs for the month of August, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick the cards out. Now, when I started out the video in the introduction, I mentioned how busy August was going to be. So we're going to find out in what area of your life or how this busyness is going to show up. And it's been showing up differently for every sign so far. So let's see how it's going to show up for us fire folk. I've just got one more card here and then we can get into it. And also just remember, like, some of this information may resonate, some may not. And that's just because I'm reading for the collective. So just take what does, toss what doesn't. All right. Okay, I've got my cards. Let's do a reveal for the fire signs for Aries, Leo, and Sag. Here we go. 3 of Hearts. Holy shit. 8 of Pentacles. Patience. And lastly, El Venado. I'm only laughing because I swear to God, each of these is so me right now. so me right now. Okay, and I'm Leo, so I feel like I'm reading for myself, but being a Leo, I'm like, it's all about me. But no, it's not all about me. It's about all of us fire signs, but we fire signs have a tendency to want to make things about us. I'll admit it. That could be a good and a bad thing. So for us fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, here we go. This is the energy we're working with for the month of August. Patience, 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Hearts, and El Venado. Okay, this is showing up for me in relationship world. And when I mean relationship world, in this one, I will have to say that this is romantic. Oh my God. I'm only freaking out because, you know, I'm a Leo and this is a fire sign reading and I just don't want to know this stuff right now. Okay, it's not about me. All right, time to be of service, Terrie. All right, so, our patience is going to be tested. I am saying our because I am involved in this as well. So our patience is going to be tested in the month of August. Now, in terms of busyness, how is the busyness going to affect us fire signs, sun, moon, or rising, Aries, Leo, or Sag? Is going to be in how we approach our love lives for August. There is activity. There is activity. So even though some of us haven't had activity in a while, there's going to be activity. And there's this whole sense of the unknown, like how does this go forward? Because there is a big part of us that is still dealing with our past. Like a lot of us are still working on clearing out how we used to be, right? And we haven't quite let go of the past, whether it's people or perceptions. It feels to me more like perceptions, like past relationships, like, but it's not the people in the relationships, like you and me, or me and an ex. It's not like that. It's more like the perception, the perspective of how we used to be, right? And you know how we show up in life is cultivated. It's created from the cultivation of past experiences. So the month of August, a lot of our past relationship, I don't want to say issues, but relationship perspectives are going to be on the plate here. And because there is activity relationship wise, it is going to sort of evoke in us the way we used to be, because a lot of us are really working on not being the way we used to be, but it's also so comfortable to be the way we used to be because it just feels right. But just because something feels right really could mean it just feels familiar. And because something feels familiar, it feels like it's the right person that we're with, if that makes any sense, right? So, there will be a lot of familiarity coming up for review. Like, is this really the truth in this situation or this experience with this person that we're currently either seeing or dating, or God knows what we're doing in the pandemic these days, sleeping with? I mean, I don't know what people are doing. I know how I manage, but I don't know what other people are doing, in these interesting times. But it's like, is the person we're with or talking to, is this real? Does this have legs? Are we noticing things that are coming up from the past? And are they just perspectives showing up as patterns? Or, can we be aware of how and why they're showing up and what we can do differently? And if we do things differently with this new person or whoever we're currently with, will there be a payoff? Right? So there's a lot of busyness for the month of August for us fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sag, in regards to relationships and the past. Are these people who might be our present, can they really be our future if we are still applying past ways of being in relationships? And so that's what's going to be coming up in review. And this card here is all about work. So having patience with ourselves and just kind of going, this is a process. What can I learn not only about what's going on, but about myself? And am I treating this person like my mother who abandoned me, right? Or am I acting out, these past triggers or whatnot. I will say that there will be divine guidance in this process. And there's a lot of heart behind it. So, which makes sense. Fire signs are super passionate and they don't just do things lightly when it comes to romantic love. They go hard and they go big. And Leos actually are all about the heart. Like that's what they are, but their egos are also super big, that it's always this like push pull between the ego and the soul, so whatever. Anyways, being a Leo is really hard. That's a whole other story. But just generally speaking for fire signs, it's going to be a busy month in relationship and in reflection and in understanding, why we're doing what we're doing. How can we do things different? And is the person we're doing this with helping us relive our past, or are they really investing in us having a future with them? So, there could be breakups, there could be breakthroughs, there could be breakdowns, and there could be get-togethers. And just remember, the past has a lot to do with August in terms of relationships. So you may even be connecting with the past or a past person, or if you were involved with someone from the past and you chose someone different, you might go back to that person from the past. I mean, there's just a lot of past stuff up for review and reflection. None of this is bad. I mean, nothing is really bad or good because it just always takes us onto our path, right? So nothing is bad. This is all experiential. This is why we're here, right? This is it. This is to relate with other people, with our heart, opening up our hearts, allowing our hearts to open to other people from the past in the present so that we can create that future. So this is it might be an emotional month for the fire signs, but fire signs have a way of hiding it pretty good. Unless your Venus is in Cancer and you're gonna just cry your way through it. Just saying. So anyways, it's not bad. It's interesting. It's interesting. So just if you can be mindful, aware, and conscious of what characters in the past you might be experiencing with your person right now in the present, whoever you're relating to in some sort of romantic way. Whether you're just friends with benefits, whether you are actually dating and seeing and in like boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, whether it's your spouse, whether it's someone new that you're just kind of dating, even if it's just an online thing. I mean, like whatever it is, it should be rather interesting to see how this is maneuvered, guided, and steered into the future. So pretty cool stuff here. I think, all in all, like I'm seeing this and I'm like, oh, it's going to be hard emotionally, but not necessarily. Not necessarily. It's just a matter of being mindful and aware so that we don't bring our past into our present, so that in our present we can create a future and just really take a good look at and really, really see is our present creating the future that we want, right? All right, guys, thank you so much for allowing me to read for all of you signs. I really appreciate it. It is such an honor. And thank you so much for being part of this community. I love doing all of this stuff for you guys, for all my Patreon folks. You're very special to me, and your support means everything. And really, I couldn't do this without you. Otherwise, I'm just talking into a camera, right? It's just nice knowing that there is someone on the other side who can receive this information and make something meaningful in their lives. So thank you so much. I appreciate all of your support on Patreon. You can also follow me on Instagram. I have a YouTube channel as well. If you want to book a private one-on-one reading, remember, you Patreon folks, you have your discounts. Every month you get a new discount that you can apply. So you can go ahead and do that. And I am bringing back Soul Connection Sundays. Well, I'm naming it Soul Connection Sundays, but once a month, for right now, once a month, we're going to be gathering together where I will have a coach or a therapist or a healer or a shaman or an astrologer or a witch or a psychic or a medium or whatever, who will be sharing and exhibiting their talents and gifts to help you heal, to help bring you comfort and you closure. And I'll be guiding us through this experience of connection, because one of my, if not my biggest value in my life, is connection, whether it's connection to the divine or connection to other people. So this is how I give myself, or allow myself to live out my values and express my values and give me purpose in life, is through connection, which is why I wanted to create this community, not only on Patreon, but also just give everybody a chance to link up and connect with each other. The human brain is wired for connection. So connecting to the divine, connecting to each other, not only are we just being human, but we are feeling more safe in this world, okay? And this way, when we feel more safe in this world, we can go forth and be and do and have whatever it is that we want. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to be of service to all of y'all. I'm always saying you stay connected, right? So stay connected. You can check me out at terriehuberman.com, and I'll see ya on the flip side.